Hey Link loves, so I'm here with another story time video today. I was inspired since New Year's is coming up. This story actually, as you guys can see from the title, has to do with New Year's past, and it's an embarrassing one for me. I'm not gonna lie. All of my best friends have been wanting me to tell this story for years now because they think it's hilarious. I haven't been ready, but I guess now I'm ready. And disclaimer, everything in this video, all legal matters are settled. Let's just put that out there now, okay? If you guys want to see how I come up with this look and I almost got arrested, keep watching. Get this video started or whatever. This is New Year's of, give me a second, 2018, I think. Yes. So New Year's of 2018, I was still in school, so this was probably my junior year of school. I came back for the holidays, and me and my friends had planned to go to one of my best friend. I'm gonna have to get names. We are going to do reindeer names since Christmas is coming. So Dancer, which actually fits her very well because she's a dancer. Funny. My friend Dancer she was dating this guy at the time, and he had a really nice home, I guess, for events. It was kind of like, I mean, we had been together on New Year's before, but this was definitely more of a party setting, like dress up, like, you know, the whole nine. So we're excited, we're getting cute, all that. Uber was involved because we all knew we were all gonna be drinking at the time. Everybody was of age in this story, my last story. I ain't gonna talk about it. Go watch it. Party is in Queens, New York. I live in Long Island, New York. To kind of preface the distance, the Uber drive was probably like 20 minutes away. It really wasn't too far, and especially when you're like pre-gaming already, please, you can't even tell what time it is. You're just like listening to music, taking pictures and selfies and whatnot and all that good jazz. We're on our way. I wish I could remember what the drink of choice was for that night, but we were at that stage of, like, me and my best friends were at that stage of going out where we all had our preferences, kind of similar to my last story time. Like, we all like had, I guess, our limit, our preferences, whatever, but we definitely all liked light. So it had to have been a light liquor and maybe like a rum or Bacardi, something like that. So we're drinking that on the way there, right? Cool. It was like a neon theme party, which I thought was really, really adorable. They had neon paint, the glow sticks, of course. So me and my friends were, you know, kind of painting on ourselves and like I can probably insert a little picture here of like what we all were looking like. We're looking cute, period, you know. My friends never step out looking anything but bad. And that's on period. Sorry guys. I had to put that in there. But yeah, we're enjoying the party because we just got there, painting ourselves, looking cute, have our little neon on. And so now there's a full bar, like liquor, juices, somebody working behind the bar. Like, technically people were bringing their own stuff, but it was a full setup. Like, if you didn't have anything, you would still be good. First started the night by, you know, getting everyone get their drink. I think that I went for vodka and cranberry or something like that. I was in that phase of life. I have yet to return because literally I cannot stand vodka drinks anymore. I'm a tequila gal. Shout out to the Casas and the Jose Cuervos of the world. We're all settled and we kind of find our space on the dance floor. Me and my friends were kind of known to start parties, I guess. If anyone knows us from like high school, like we just, you know, and it won't be like we're trying to like we're not like purposely putting attention on ourselves. It's just because we like enjoy each other and stuff. People are like, oh, like who's that? Like, all right, we're gonna live with them. Like, period. That's TC7 shit. Princess, if you see this, do not curse. Drink number 1. Everyone's good. We're mapping out the area because technically most of the people that were there, Dancer knew, and the rest of us were just kind of like getting to know, or like, oh, like that's that person. Oh, cool, that's that person. Cool. Second drink. I think by the second drink, now we're a little bit more relaxed. DJ's playing some good stuff. And we're trying to also like take pictures in between this because, you know, like that time frame, you gotta make sure you get your picture in before you start sweating and looking crazy and drunk. This is where, all right, we have our one drink, cool, we little, you know, let's go take some pictures real quick. So now there are Jello shots that are involved, kind of just pop up on the scene. Me and my friends took like a bunch of them. I remember taking pictures with them. Like that ended up being like the replaced drink of the night. They were way more fun than having to hold a drink in your hand, especially, you know, once my girls get on the floor and we're dancing with guys and stuff. Like no one really wants to be like holding on to their cup all night. Like I'm trying to you feel me? I'm not trying to be like, wait, oh my god, I made drinks as well. So now that's about, so we're like 2 drinks in, 2 Jello shots in, and pregame. These little updates of drunkenness are quite important to the story. Let's also give some background information here. So I didn't have a boyfriend at the time, right? Like I didn't have a boyfriend at the time. Most of my friends were single, if I'm not mistaken. So everybody was pretty much like, we were mingling in it and doing our little thing, you know. Definitely not the girl to like leave with anyone random, but I am the girl who, if someone I know wants to pull up, I will do that. But here's the problem. This is like a key point to this story's issue, is that you have to be careful about who you're leaving with, because even if I know them, my friends do not know them. Like, who is this person? Like, who are you leaving with? Whatever. So I ran into that issue, but you guys will see at the end of the story what happened. The party is going on. And like I said, it was hitting 12. You know, everybody is cheersing. Me and my girls are probably like also texting our moms, calling our moms or whatever. And now the party is like super underway because everybody is lit now. The year is officially changed. It's officially 2019. So we're still taking Jello shots and we're still taking drinks. By that time of the night, I remember myself holding my drink in my hand, holding, let's see, Prancer was probably the most lit out of all of us, holding her Jello shot. It was crazy. It was coming with her boyfriend. She was not at the party yet, right? So she came with her boyfriend. You know, we're all like, oh my god, hey girl, like, miss you, because she wasn't there for the you know, the ball drop at 12. And she realizes that like after maybe like a couple of, probably like all of 10 to 20 minutes, that she dropped her wallet somewhere, couldn't find her wallet. We eventually found it, but at that point of the night, I realized I was drunk. Okay, you know that denial period where like every time someone asks you, or maybe you done silently ask yourself in your brain like, girl, you good, you at the point where you're in the bathroom peeing and you're like, yeah, like it's clip for me. I'm done, like I'm I'm drunk. I realized that, but I realized that when we were looking for my friend's wallet, like we were looking around, I'm like, yo, like things is moving. Like things is moving. I don't know if I'm saying, I don't even know what I'm saying right now. Like I remember like dancing in the middle of us looking for her while like I wasn't really like it was giving chaos and tequila, but it wasn't tequila, it was whatever the heck else I was drinking at the time. By that time, you know, everything, you know, everyone was enjoying the party still, but you know, it came to that, I don't know how to explain this point of the night where it's kind of like you gotta find somebody. Like it's given like, you know, find that person you're probably gonna, you know, end up flirting with the rest of the night. And I wasn't, like I said, I mean, I was flirting here and there, but I guess I wasn't like 100% like, oh yeah, like I want to talk to this person the rest of the night or whatever. So I end up texting this guy that honestly, we were never like together or anything. We were never a couple, and we never really needed to have that kind of conversation about being a couple or anything. It was one of those situations like we know what it is or whatever. So I texted him probably like, you know, Happy New Year. And he was asking me, you know, where I was at, where, you know, what I'm doing for the night. And I'm like, well, I'm here in Queens at this house, like gathering, house party. And I'm drunk. Y'all know that conversation, okay? Y'all know what that is like when you are lit and you are like there's a person you're comfortable with to like tell them you're drunk and be like, I don't know, I guess texting them whatever you're thinking. So at that point, I was kind of like I isolated myself. So there was like a little section for hookah, and for whoever doesn't know, you know, me in real life, I friggin' love hookah. When they said, oh, we have hookah outside, I was like, oh, bet, I'm coming, I'm go. Oh, the inside of where we were at was hot because it was like a basement, so all those people dancing and drinking and whatnot, whatever have you. It's like, nah, it's hot. I'm about to go outside and smoke hookah and like, what you mean? He asked me again, like, so where's your actual address? So I remember asking like there was some guys that were standing. I'm like, hey, does anyone know like the address for here? And the guy gave it to me. And so I sent the address to the guy that I was talking to. I'm gonna have to name him something, right? Let's name him Bottle, because I'm staring at my water bottle right now. So yeah, Bottle's like, all right, bet, like I'm coming. And I'm like, what? Okay, like cool. My friends really do not like this, but this is a part of the story, probably where I went wrong here. Bottle wants to come and get me, and I'm kind of like ready to go. Like I'm drunk. Like it's past the point of cute and tipsy now. Like I'm lit. This is when like your friends kick in and they're like, you're gonna go with a guy somewhere while you're drunk? Huh? Like they're like, no, like we don't know him. Like you're not going. My stubborn, when I'm drinking, I can be very, very stubborn. So my stubborn self is like, guys, like I'm gonna go. Like I will send you my location and that's it. Like catch y'all tomorrow. Like I'll see you guys. I'm going, I'm out. This is where the story definitely turns. Okay, it turns crazy. It turns so quick. This is the embarrassing part for me. Okay, let's just get into the rest of this. Bottle's car. And me and Bottle were kind of like, we're doing a little flirting, but it's nothing crazy. I don't think anything's gonna happen like that night in terms of like hooking up or anything like that. And so, you know, I'm just chilling. But the one thing I do realize as we're driving is that I'm feeling sick now. Everyone's probably had a moment where they've gone past their limit, and it's that feeling where you're like, ugh, like, I'm sick. If he turns this car any faster or speeds or brakes, like, it was given that. It was given, get me out of the car. It was given, why'd I do this? It was given, why just listen to your friend's girl with a big. Now, as we're driving, he was like, so do you want me to take you straight home? Like, whatever. And I think at first he kind of wanted to do, you know the move, we're gonna just chill like in the corner, you know, chat, talk, all that. No, I'm not feeling too well, so I don't want to be like a Debbie Downer and be like complaining about how I don't feel well, you know, while we're trying to be flirty and I'm trying to be flirty. It's not gonna work. As we're driving home, it came to that moment where I couldn't really I couldn't maintain anymore, and I was like, look, pull over. Mind you, we're on the highway now, so we're not on a regular street, but I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing this in your car. I'd rather just do it on like the side of the road and we can just whatever. I think one of the most disappointing things about this whole thing was I was like an exit away from where my house was, like my exit from my house. So I was really, really close to home. And so I wish I could have made it home, but everyone knows that feeling. Like when you know you're gonna do it, like you have to do it then. Was throwing up. And it's one of those really ugly ones where you're like, why'd I do this? I'm never drinking again. I'm literally in this skimpy little New Year's Eve dress, throwing up. And it wasn't warm, okay? It was cold. And I was just not a good look. And as I'm doing that, I see lights. When I tell you, I literally like picked my body up so quick. I was like, and like, figured it out. I got napkins from his car door, closed the door, was wiping myself and making sure I was good. And I just sat there like stuck. I was like, oh my God, like, I don't know what's gonna happen. So here's what happened. They come by the car and they come to my side of the car. Well, there's two different officers. So one officer comes to my side of the car, the other officer is on the other side of the car. So the one on the other side of the car where Bottle was like, is everything okay here? Like, we saw the young lady, she was throwing up. We want to make sure that she's okay. It's New Year's Eve. So I'm pretty sure this wasn't their first like call of the night with some drunk girl throwing up on the side of the street. Unfortunately, they weren't coming to the car like super aggressive or anything of the sort. They were really coming and sounding concerned. So that's where I was like, you know what, like, nothing to be scared about. I kind of start breathing. You know, I'm still intoxicated, so it's not to say that what I was saying may have sounded clear either, but you know, at that point I wasn't driving and I felt a lot better, so I wasn't like worried, right? So I'm telling them like, yeah, I'm doing fine. One of the officers was like, oh, did you guys come from a party? I'm like, yeah, we both like went to different places and we met up and now we're going home. And they're like, okay, well, just to make sure, like, were you driving today, sir? Like, were you not driving, were you drinking today, sir? And he's like, no, I wasn't. Like, I wasn't drinking. And they were like, well, you know, because like, you know, she's intoxicated and you guys both came from separate places, like, is it okay if we just make sure that you weren't drinking? We just want to double check, right? Like, so now my heart is like sunk because I'm like, I mean, we didn't discuss that like he wasn't drinking or not, but in a way, like, you know, he was somewhere else. I wasn't with him all night. He could have been drinking, like like he could have done that and just not told me and picked me up and was under the influence. Like, looking at him, like, and it's one of those like dead stares where I'm like, so did you? Couldn't answer me in that time because now we're, you know, he's gonna be asked to like, you know, step out the car and stuff like that. So they ask him to step out the car and I literally have my head down in my, it feels like my head's in my knees. That's how like hard I was looking down into my legs. Like, please do not let him have drink. Like, they come back from doing whatever they did. I guess maybe, I think they did like the whole like walking in a straight line test, like checking his pupils or whatever. And they're like, ma'am, it appears that the driver has been drinking, and so we can't allow him to take you home, and we have to take him into custody. And I'm telling you, guys, I literally hysterically broke out in tears. Like, no, like, I just want to go home. I can't believe this right now. Listen, I told you all in the last video, I'm a Pisces. We don't handle situations like this well. We're emotional, we're sensitive. I'm freaking out. I literally just want to go home because now I'm not feeling well still, and I have to, like, go into custody with him. So I asked them, like, so do I have to go, like, with him? Like, do I have to go with him? They're like, well, you have to come with us because we can't leave you here on the highway. Like, if this was a street, you could have called like an Uber right now, like on the street, but we're in the highway. Like, you have to come with us. So I'm asking them, like, okay, so where's the station, right? The station is in East Meadow, I think. Basically nowhere close to where my house is. Like four or five towns over from where I'm at. To go into a cop car with this guy that's not my boyfriend, not nothing, not really. Like, we cool, we great, whatever, but it wasn't that. Because he was drinking and driving, and I just threw up. Like, just, it is giving misfortunate chaos. It's giving Lifetime movie minus a murder or something, I don't know, but whatever, you know what I'm trying to say, it's dramatic. Here's the kicker. Ma'am, you know, because you're so intoxicated and under the influence, we're going to handcuff you in the front just to make sure, you know, for our safety and for yours. Then I started crying some more. I was like, oh my God, no, I'm not gonna do anything. I don't want to be handcuffed. I'm sorry, I don't even know what to say. Okay, maybe I can see why my friends think this is a funny ass story, because I was going through it. I was going through it. They handcuffed me in the front. It was horrible. I had to sit next to him in the back of the cop car, and I'm looking at him like, it's just like shock, but then I'm also feeling bad for him because throw up then and there. He probably could have got home. I could throw up like at home and whatever, but at the same time, like, everything happens for a reason, right? So that's what I'm thinking. Still crying. I had to pull over in the car, on the cop car, when we were on our way, because I had to throw up again. That was embarrassing, throwing up on the side of it. It's really not a good look for me. Not a good look for me. Wow. Now we're at the station. It's like 4 something a.m. and I had to get an Uber from the station. Y'all guess. I would love to know. Like, pause this story, right? Pause the story, and in the comments, tell me how much you think my Uber home was. My Uber was $72 to get home. Now, mind you, like I said, I'm a junior in college. I'm not rich. It's not given that. It's not even given enough money. Paying for the portion of my Uber to go to the party was enough for that night and the bottle that I had put in for. Luckily, I had a dispute, like I had an issue with Uber previous, like right before that time, and they had given me like a $50 credit. So luckily, I got to use the $50 credit. Baby, I was out of there. I was running out of there. So my friends did not know anything that was going on, literally anything. They're all like probably halfway home or home already. And my risque self is coming back home from a police stop. Like, are you joking? Are you joking? I love Jamaican parents, okay? My mother, the next morning, when I woke up and went to her room just to like say Happy New Year or whatever, she was like, what happened last night? You okay? And she's a Scorpio, so you know the Scorpios be giving, I know already, tell me before I beat you up. Like, that's what it was giving. Not to say she was angry, but it was like she knew something was wrong without me saying anything. Now I'm just telling her the whole story, crying, whatever, whatever, boom, boom, boom. Luckily, she did give me a speech about being responsible. Like, clearly that was a dumb move on my end. But once it was done, like, it was done. I literally washed my hands of that situation. But what do you guys think of? Moral of the story, first of all, plan your pregame and the rest of your night accordingly. Like, I guess if I had known it was gonna be like all that liquor at the party, I probably wouldn't have had pregame in the first place because I didn't need it, like, at all. And then also, like, don't go anywhere with somebody when you're with your friends. I had to learn that the hard way. I had a couple of situations where I've left parties or like a get together or something for a guy, and it's just not worth it, whatever the case may be. So don't do that. Stay with your friends the whole night. Get home safe. And yeah, that was the time that I almost got arrested. New Year's edition 2018. So yeah, please let me know how you guys feel about this story time. Give it a thumbs up. Like I said, all legal matters are handled. Homie got his license back, he good. If you want to see any more story times from me, please let me know in the comments as well. Thank you so much for watching, Leeka Loves. I'll see you next time. Bye.